going, guys? It's Deathmonk here. Today we're going to be talking about something rather interesting concerning Ashika Island, which is the known resurgence map that's going to be coming to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 during Season 2. Now, don't forget, this is going to be kicking off on, I believe it's the 15th of February. So this is going to be a really interesting map to look forward to here, guys. Now, for those who don't know, yesterday we had the map reveal. Today we've actually just noticed there's been a trailer that's just dropped on Call of Duty's YouTube channel, which we're going to be taking a look at. So as you guys can see from their blog post, Resurgence mode returns on a new battleground in Warzone 2.0 starting in Season 2. From details on its history to breakdowns of all 7 major points of interest, prepare for a deep dive on Ashika Island. Ashika Island, also known as the Isle of the Sea Lion, is part of a small archipelago located in an undisclosed location somewhere in the APAC, or Asia Pacific region. Latest missives, I think it's how you pronounce that word, indicate the island is being used as a hub for ultranationalist Connie group, including the transportation of chemical and biological weapons. Current intelligence obtained by Redacted suggests noxious weaponry has been shipped from a suspected biolab facility in Al Mazrah. Originally planned as a resort destination, development on Ashika Island was halted in the mid-90s due to Redacted and the study work of Redacted, but publicly the reasons remain undisclosed, since its time for travel to and from the island has been heavily restricted. So we're going to take a look at this rather interesting little trailer that's just dropped, and I'll be taking a look at this, breaking it down, showing you the map once again, and shows all the trailers that we've actually known to see so far. So let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments box down below. And without further ado, here we go.
You must forge your path. Upon this island of war. Resurgence returns. Free for everyone.
So what everyone thought of that, let me know in the comments box down below. So as you guys can see, yesterday we actually managed to get these rather interesting images here of Suki Castle, and these are all points of interest in the upcoming map that's going to be coming out on February the 15th. This one we've got here is a town centre, looks really lush and lovely. I like what the colours they've used for that. Can't wait to see that. I've also got this area here, which I think is by the riverside or the beach side there, looks really interesting. I've also got an undercover underwater cabin, looks really interesting as well. And on top of this, we also managed to receive the map overlay of the new island, Ashika Island. So that looks really interesting there, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of that in the comments. So back to the blog post here, guys. So recently, Interceptor Communications suggests that elements of Shadow Company, under the leadership of Redacted, have taken control of the isle, seemingly on the hunt for members of the Connie group. While their location appears abandoned, there are whispers on the wires of Connie operators remaining active in this conflict zone. Regardless of where you drop in, extreme caution is advised. So the first point of interest, Organiku Farms, or Organic Farms, in the top left-hand corner of the island. The majority of the northwestern sector of Ashika Island is composed of mixed agricultural, residential and industrial use, along with all shoreline defences. So that's really interesting there. Lookout and the ruins. The far northwest edge of the island features a comms tower, one of 3 towers which are easily spotted landmarks across the island, sitting on a narrow spit of sand, rocks and a seawall. Further in is a giant refuse pile of decaying concrete and 2 wartime structures undergoing extensive demolition. North Beach, a shallow sandy beach with half-sunk Dolo's barriers, scattered boulders and access to the main island as well as the water treatment facility to the east. So that's in more or less the top left corner of the map. Then you've got the greenhouses, a large agricultural facility featuring a yard, loading warehouses and 8 separate greenhouse structures, all with individually numbered rooftops to aid in location. Various crops indicated by the cartoon fruit or vegetable on the walls are grown here. Southeast is the main entrance and additional maintenance warehouses. So that's really interesting there. As you guys can see, these are indeed all numbered. So we shouldn't have a problem in knowing which building these enemies are in. Next point of interest you've got is town centre. So the western parts of the southwestern island comprise a bay with impressive seawall defences. Northwest of the main submarine canal is a ferry terminal and tourist facilities. Cross the canal bridges to reach a hotel and market district with a additional gas station and a semicircular city hall structure. So that's really interesting to take note of. The North Sea Wall. Further into the ocean are a pair of L-shaped concrete barriers sunk into the sea floor to prevent tidal flooding. These can be accessed through the hiding potential is limited. Unless you enjoy looking just under the water's surface, there's a small boat launch to complete this installation. The ferry terminal. A steel-covered jetty allows visitors to disembark from the ferries that used to frequently arrive at the island before the recent hostilities began. The jetty offers quick access to the tourist centre. In addition, you can reach the circular parking lot and restrooms, also structurally circular. The tourist centre building. A white concrete building stained with precipitation. This building offers visitors information including a map of the island, as well as a small gift shop and kitchens. Operators might find interesting sightlines across the island towards farms and town centre. Now this is the area within town centre, and if you look very carefully right here guys, this shows the map of the island. So that's really interesting. Event Centre building. This is the other one, next door I believe. Parallel to the light blue concrete seafront promenade, which continues roughly east and southeast until it reaches the similarly hued aquarium, is a medium-sized event centre building, distinguishable by the signage and solar roof panels. Inside is a reception hall and main roll room with skylights. Gas station. A small gas station offering all the vehicle repairing and refueling capabilities you're used to, along with excellent roadway access around the island. The Science Centre. Buttressed by a rock wall to the east and close to the waterways is a modern science centre with numerous interior and roof access points. This roughly U-shaped structure has two interior floors with a mezzanine balcony overlooking a main foyer, a staircase to the roof, and an easily accessible elevator rappel point. River channel and bridges. The western entrance to the interior waterways under the island can be accessed from the canal channel, with two bridges spanning the gap. The sloping concrete banks are also easily accessed. Note the metal arch on the footbridge has a light blue hue. So that's really interesting there. The South Sea Wall and floating gas station. The harbour south of the open waterway channel features mostly calm waters, a floating gas station on a pontoon to refuel and repair your aquatic vehicles, and access to the main island via concrete promenade stairs. The note, the seawall is a place that you can sight from if you're not concerned about cover. Check the tidal pool below the aquarium for an insertion point below the main entrances. The market district and the hotel. A small collection of warehouses with stalls selling a variety of local produce. There are numerous alcoves and rooftops to scramble about, as well as easy access to the water and canal. Easting across the main road is a hotel with a ground floor foyer, sushi bar, elevator rappel to the upper floor interior, and two lavish rooms and roof access. Pretty cool. Gas station again. South of the market is a gas station to quickly refuel and repair, a circular restroom by the concrete promenade, and rapid access into the bay or adjacent town hall. So next up, Town Hall. An impressive modern structure built in a semicircular slice when viewed from above. This maze of concrete and glass. Inside is an expansive open-plan ground floor, escalators up to a small kitchen, and mezzanine with display cases on show, and an upper floor featuring on both an interior and exterior Zen garden. The rocky terrain behind the structure offers cover options and access to the castle grounds. Sounds good. Beach Club. Further southwest of the town centre and east of the port is an aquarium and beach club and open-air swimming within the southwestern ocean beach. Parts of the area are easily spotted from a parachute drop as the pathways are a vivid aquamarine blue colour. Aquarium. Most of the pathways north of the aquarium feature a painted blue hue, making them easy to spot from a great height. The aquarium is seemingly drained of life, consisting of a sizable hall-size exhibit room, a small parking lot, and a lower tidal pool by the ocean under the elevated and grey colour walkway. The beach club and the bathhouse itself, also distinguishable by the colour of the pathways. The burgundy pavement leads you through a large open barbecue area, quartet of small sealed huts, and the main clubhouse with partial opening to the elements. This main structure offers two bath chambers and an upper bar. The beach and observation point. A wave of curved concrete shallow steps leads to a small beach and ocean bay with a diving board surrounded by sea walls, a small parking area, and a pedestrian bridge leading to a pier with a circular observation point structure, while secrets are hidden below the central spiral staircase. We'll have to work that one out fairly soon, guys. There must be something over there under the water, we guess. The demolition site. The picturesque views of the beach club are only somewhat ruined by a demolition project on the bluffs above the club. Atop this bluff are the remains of a structure, now a half-destroyed collection of concrete and rebar. Note the pathways here to the town hall and up to the castle. Okay. Suki Castle itself. The high ground in the centre of Ashika Island is dominated by an ancient castle with multiple fortifications and a natural defensive hill along the southwestern side of the structure. This is a large plateau with shallow stepped battlements, cherry blossoms in bloom, and a scattering of secondary structures throughout the grounds. Look high for combat opportunities, but also look low. There's an entire underground waterway and submarine base directly under this fortification. The main stronghold. Though the ancient walls of this important castle have been pockmarked by recent hostilities, there's still a maze of hiding spots, access points, and places to explore both above and below ground. The inner defensive ring of the stronghold begins with a moat on 3 sides. The hills to the west prevent the moat from connecting around the entirety of the base. A moat wall offers periodic openings into the bailey, leading to an inner walled dojo, courtyard, and adjacent structure with a radar trailer. That's interesting. Back out in the bailey is a small outer building recently used as a barracks, and the main castle keeps itself towering above the other structures. The roughly L-shaped structure has a central tower and 2 smaller outer towers to explore, both along the tile roof awnings as well as the interior. The inside of the structure features large chambers linked with wood-walled corridors, a mezzanine level above the main operator's room in the central tower, and a 3rd floor rooftop server room with views and exit options in all directions. Northwest battlements, aka the SAM batteries. Northwest of the castle, above the power plant and part of the residential district, is a stepped hillside atop which are a trio of hastily erected SAM batteries, low defensive walls that have seen some action, various containers and digging machines, and an old well. Might it be worth checking to see what's at the bottom of this well? We'll have to find out that, guys, when we eventually do drop in-game. North Museum grounds. The old structures on the northern edge of the castle grounds consist of 2 main clusters, a walled museum with a courtyard, a ceremonial hut, 2 linked buildings with 2 floors, and several, usually ruined, display cases scattered throughout the corridors. Note the server room on the upper floor of the largest building. Further east is the northern and now main entrance into the castle grounds. A visitor centre with a raised floor, allowing vehicles to pass under it, and quick access into the moat surrounding the inner castle grounds. The southeastern gardens. Prior to the recent combat operations, this edge of the castle grounds could be considered tranquil, with zen gardens, maple trees, benches, and ceremonial huts and bridges. Venture here to reach the ground above Port Ashika or during skirmishes around the castle. The waterways, or the submarine base. Carved from the rock onto the castle is a sprawling subterranean tunnel system known locally as waterways, offering an underground route from the west, town centre, north, water treatment, and east, Port Ashika. Don't make the mistake thinking there aren't many additional insertion points allowing operator access to and from the castle grounds above. Swim or pilot an aquatic craft through the interconnecting canals with the central submarine dock and many other alcoves and hidden routes to find and explore. Port Ashika, the southwestern edge is dominated by rocky bluffs and a port named after the island. The steep terrain to the north as you venture to and from the castle, and a variety of industrial warehouses, offices, and comms tower as you venture towards the ocean, as well as a canal entrance to the subterranean submarine base. Humpback Bridge. The main tarmac loop around the perimeter of the island takes the form of a short humpback bridge as the road leaves the beach club and you reach the entrance to Port Ashika. Watch for foes under the bridge. Dockside and warehouses. The industrial yard to the west of the canal bridges consists of a stairway warehouse once you pass through the main entrance, hood and covered barrier. Close by is a red roof structure, boat and repair and storage, 2 dockside boat storage open structures, a boat launch and a larger warehouse with 2 open bays. A small parking lot leads to storage container yard and a comms tower, 1 of 3 on the island. Canal, river channel and control. Close to the bridge over the road canal is a harbour master's building and a large warehouse with 2 boat lifts, close to the red pedestrian bridge. This canal separates the 2 sides of the port, and the canal leads directly into the sprawling underground submarine base below the castle. To the northeast of the red bridge is the control building with server rooms and offices nestled along the shoreline. Ashika Bay and the floating gas station. Impressive seawall defences limit the ferocity of the waves and grant this harbour a pleasant atmosphere, until battle commences. Watercraft can easily refuel here at the floating pontoon with an attached gas station. There are numerous spawning points to the main island, and obviously the canal enables you to speed via aquatic craft into and out of the submarine base. Gas station. Offering good access from the main road and poor access if you're driving down from the castle apartments, this gas station sits next to the canal crossing the control building. Mechanics yard and oil vats. The northeastern side of Ashika Port offers a quartet of medium-sized warehouses, mainly filled with mechanical parts. The slightly elevated building has port parts, a two-floor office, an open bay warehouse by the road entrance and barrier, and a lower red roof structure with oil vats in the exterior parking lot. Additional vats of oil waiting for pumping and seaward transportation are close to the water's edge. Note the grassy bluff and pathways between the edge of these buildings and the rocky beach. A small picnic area at Rocky Bluffs shroud the eastern road exit and offer good views of the containers strewn about the beach to the northwest. Watch out for or become an ambush in these parts, as the viewing is restricted. Residential. On the lower ground below the castle battlements to the north and east of the farms, an allotment sits some residential housing between a couple of industrial structures, a power plant and water treatment facility. Easily accessed and surrounded by tarmac roads, there are plenty of places to discover both over and underground. West of the main residential homes and surrounded by a low wall is a smart apartment complex. Each pair of apartment structures labelled A and B rises 4 floors tall with a roof, interior stairwell and inside access. The grounds are composed of a barbecue area, swimming pool and tennis court. Looks pretty cool. Power plant. West of the castle in a roughly triangular shaped yard surrounded by a mesh fence is the plant providing electricity for the entire island. Inside is a sizable turbine generator. Current cartographical evidence suggests an access tunnel linking the water treatment facility to the northwest. The treatment facility in the centre of the northern coast of the island is a small water treatment works, along with a third canal entrance into the subterranean waterways. Up on the surface is a sewage vat, a trio of container and hut-shaped offices, and after the crossing the road are the upper pump works, with a small office and entrance into the hillside tunnel. This tunnel may offer clandestine to the power plant and drop into the waterways. Residential district. A sliver of rocky ground north of the castle has been developed into a small residential district sandwiched between the water treatment facility to the west and comms tower, and gas station to the east. Main roads surround the collection of modest wooden dwellings, all with some interior access. Some structures will have 2 floors, while others will have 1. Southeast is a circular restroom building and a bus stop en route to Shipwreck and Port Ashika. This area of Ashika Island is defined by a thin layer of fog which reduces long-range visibility in sight-line-specific situations. While it will not affect fast-paced close-quarters combat, snipers should plan accordingly. Shipwreck. The inclement weather and hazardous shoreline spell doom for 2 cargo tankers, both of which have run aground here, and the containers they were carrying have mostly been saved and stacked in a pleasing manner. Further northwest are cliffs and the main looping tarmac road, as well as a comms tower and lookout above a gas station. The beach cargo tanker. Down from the rocky cliffside crags and the rocks to Wimsett Beach is the first of 2 identical cargo tankers that are beached here and are currently rusting away. The vessel is badly listing towards the ocean, but its hull is still intact. The remains of a rusting shipping vessel remain in skeletal form in this part of the rocky coast. The shipping containers the tanker was carrying have been mostly offloaded. Note the hole in the hull of the superstructure. So the containers at the base of the rocky cliffs are the empty shipping containers from the 2 tankers that have run aground in the vicinity. Local haulers have arranged the containers in a familiar and pleasing pattern. I'm sure if you may have recognised that, but these ones specifically here somewhat look like shipment. So let me know what you guys thought of that in the comments. Clifftop demolition. An old concrete building is undergoing demolition and the place is in ruins, though the height and views mound make this an interesting place to gain high ground or ambush foes along the main road. Lookout point and gas station. The northeastern tip of the island features a comms tower, 1 of 3 across the island, and impressive but exposed views across towards the castle. Below the sea are the sea defences and the rocky ocean shore, and a small gas station close to the residential district and main road. Ashika Island will become the DC for Resurgent Battle Royale, an additional DMC infiltration option as part of Season 2 of Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0, launching February 15th on all platforms. Expect more Season 2 intel and seasonal announcement blog to be released on February the 8th. Stay frosty. So I want to know what you guys thought of that. Let me know in the comments box down below. I'm keen to hear what you guys' views and opinions are. So we've learned an awful lot of information there. So make sure you guys do check out that video. I'll just play it back on screen once more time just to finish off this video. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I can't wait to get inside this island, guys. I want to know, guys, where's the first place you're going to drop on this brand new island? Let me know in the comments box down below. Make sure you guys stay tuned. I will be covering this island with a lot of gameplay. So Resurgence, I actually do prefer other battle royale. That's just my personal opinion, by the way. Hopefully, we might learn more, possibly about Plunder, perhaps. I'd love to play Plunder in this, but as far as we know so far, it is going to be somewhat involved with DMZ, 24v24, Ground War, as well as, of course, Warzone 2.0. So, specifically Resurgence. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Leave your comments in the comments box down below. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so it's uploaded, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace out.